Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday spot on the Pagan Perspective. Please ignore any lighting issues that are going on here. I'm in my office at our antique store, and it looks a little bit more dungeony than what it is, but it's kind of home. So, yeah, it's actually a more vastly open space than what it actually looks like. And yeah, maybe one day I'll give a tour on my personal channel. So, yeah, just not today because it is a mess. So this week's topic is from both Freedom Fighter and Yucca, and we're talking about path inspiration. So the Freedom Writer, I'm going to go part by part. Everything's going to be down in the bottom part as per usual. And let's go with Freedom Fighter first, which writes, which pagan, which druid figures or figures from folklore, mythology, or historical record, not modern, inspire you and your path, and why? What did they teach you? What can you learn? What can you learn from their life? What do they represent? Why are they depicted in such a way? And what makes them great? Okay, I'm gonna try to make this video quick because it is hot up here, and I had to turn off the AC because it was making way too much noise. So let's see. Which druid, pagan figures, mythology figures that inspire me in my practice? So I don't really deal that much anymore with going through mythology and lore and whatnot. I used to love to go through there. I used to have time to go through there, but nowadays I don't really have the time to reassociate myself with lore or mythology that I once knew. And I don't really always have the time to discover new types of mythology and folklore and whatnot that I would actually like to learn about. I do listen to Audible and whatnot, and there's some great, well, they're actually called the Great Courses. There's a Great Courses series on myths and legends and whatnot, and it's actually really interesting. I haven't gotten through the whole thing yet, but even the first half of it is very interesting, so I do recommend that. Stop for a nice refreshing Coke. Let's see. What do they teach you? The folklore that I like is more Gnostic based. It's more Christian based. I don't want to say folklore, but more Christian based mythology, because I do consider it mythology. I do enjoy that. I am not that much into Egyptian mythology. I'm not that much into Roman and Greek mythology. I like kind of some of the more abstract ones, and that's okay for me. And some of the Celtic ones, excuse me. Oh, and then my light comes on. So I like some of the mythologies that are a little less sought after. You definitely have some of the mythologies like the Greek, the Roman, the Celtic that are more sought after. People have more of a connection with them, and that's okay. That's fine. I don't really tend to go that way as much. So some of the Middle Eastern mythologies and folklores and whatnot, I do enjoy learning about. Let's see. Historical records and anything like that, not really as much. There are some historical figures that play prominently in my life. Figures from mythology, ones like Sophia, Christ, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, all of them, you know, and the gang. They do play certain parts in my practice. Also, I want to say mythology as in, or folklore as in, the Masonic folklore, the Masonic traditions of the degree work and stuff like that. Those are steeped in more Christian beliefs than any other type of lore. So I do like the Masonic traditions and folklores and whatnot. So I do go towards that stuff more often, and it does play a part in my practice. So stuff like that, I am more akin to reading up on and familiarizing myself with than stuff like the Celtic pantheon or the Greek and Roman pantheons or the Egyptian pantheons. Not that I don't find them interesting, it's that they don't usually play a vital role in my practice. So I love listening to the Audible stuff whenever I hear it on Audible or on podcasts and whatnot. I love listening to those the mythologies, the folklores and whatnot, but I don't often get time to seek them out and study them the way that I would like to. So getting on to Yucca's question, let's see. Yucca asks, pagan role models, do you have any? Who are they? And what about them do you admire? Oh, my nose is itchy. Somebody's thinking about me. So, pagan role models, there are so many. Let's see, you have Uncle Bucky, you have Scott Cunningham, you have people on YouTube such as, okay, let's just run down the list here. Lady Gravedancer, the things that I love or that I admire about Tequila is that she incorporates her practice into her everyday life. She really goes deep into her practice, and she I don't know how else to say it, but she incorporates multiple facets into her life, into her practice, and she lives as a witch, you know, would. You know, she has a mundane job, but she also has her regular practice and everything that she does, even with her mundane job and whatnot. So that I admire about Tequila. People like Benabel Wynn, I've mentioned Benabel before, and Spirit Keepers Tarot, it came in, and I should have a video up. Hopefully I can get it recorded and done up so it comes up tomorrow, because I can't wait to use it, and my rule is I don't get to use my tarot decks until I review them. So yeah, hopefully that one will be getting recorded soon so I can actually delve into it. But Benabel Wynn. Benabel has such a knowledge base whenever it comes to her practice. She introduces me to stuff from Eastern philosophies that I don't know about and that I actually really enjoy learning about, and probably wouldn't know to go to look for some of the stuff. So I really appreciate, there goes the other light coming on, long enough. But I really enjoy the way that she presents it. Sometimes whenever she's presenting something in her videos and I don't understand it, I get that like glassy eye, like, oh my gosh, this is way over my head. And I've even told Benabel, I said, this is way over my head. I can't fathom what's going on here. I'm going to have to just slow down and take it in small bite-sized pieces, because she is talking some big stuff right now and I just can't. So, Benabel Wynn, and these are people you can find on YouTube, for crying out loud. These are people that are readily accessible, that we can learn from them, and it's fantastic. And I'm going to keep this list short. Another one is Kara with Reclaiming. Like I said in last week's video, is Kara spends so much time in the pagan community learning about the different facets of paganism and people within the pagan community. She is involved in the lives of these people, or at least she is, if she's not involved in their life, she's at least touched by their life and mentions them. She is touching other people's lives and whatnot, and with all of her works and all that. So that inspires me, and you know, inspires my path or my practice. She's kind of a role model, and I know this is kind of a cop-out, but a lot of the subscribers here on the Pagan Perspective, y'all are like my role models too, because you ask the questions that I haven't even thought of thinking. So some of the questions that we've gotten over the past years, however many years it's been now. What, 10? 9, 10 that I've been on here? I can't remember. My memory's going. But all the questions that we've gotten and that we've covered, a lot of them I've never even thought of asking, or they've not even, you know, been a ponderance in my mind. So I really appreciate you guys being able to ask questions that nobody else was asking, or that nobody else was thinking about. It's very interesting to me to hear from you guys and some of the different questions that you guys ask. And it kind of reminds me to, you know, kind of dig a little deeper and whatnot. So I really enjoy getting the questions in from you guys for the Pagan Perspective and for my personal channel, because I have gotten questions on there where, you know, it's like, I've never thought, you know, what about this or what about that? This is a very interesting question, and thank you. So I think that's all that I have for this video, and I'm gonna have to edit this down. So yeah, a little choppy editing coming up. So until next time, which I think is in July, we're coming back. We have subs next week, so I will see you all in July. Until then, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.